in. I'll be there all the time. I had to do. Hey y'all, come on in. I did something. I had something I had to do. I forgot to put my patch on my foot. The next thing I did was I walked in here without a shoe. My foot has a sensor problem because of my condition. I'm not supposed to walk barefoot. And I walked barefoot and my foot started paining. I don't know how many people are on here, but yes, I will, Willie. Absolutely. I'm just walking in. And I left my glasses, I left my shoes, and I was coming in here to start working on some cakes that I gotta fulfill the order with. All right, and for you cake bakers, I want y'all to hear me good. You can ship all around the world. Instead of using cream cheese icing, just use sugar icing, all right? I've got to go and renew my license. But I can't tell you this. If they try to call agriculture on you or anything, you can ship pound cakes around the world. You can ship cakes. You just can't ship cakes that's got nothing. Like I couldn't ship a cheesecake. You understand what I'm saying? I can't ship one of those because the cream cheese can go bad. So if you're making a red velvet, just use buttercream. And that's the end of that. Hey, y'all, come on in. So I'm finna scrape. I got to get my dump bowl. And I'm going to bake a cake. But right now, I'm whipping my butter. And I whipped my butter. Hey, best friend, I was thinking about you. I said I was going to call you today. Do my call. I whipped my butter for a while. My BFF, I made her some cakes for mama's homegoing. Her mama's homegoing. My mama too. I love her mama like She loved mine. And my BFF took her cake home. She said, I may not feel like eating it today, but she took her cake home. I baked 4 cakes though. Yeah. I'm gonna put some ice in my coffee, and we're gonna get started. All I'm doing right now is whipping. I'm whipping the butter. Some people don't do that, and I believe in doing that. But everybody bakes different. My best friend said, you better know it. Y'all, my best friend, Lottie Dottie, we got to do some stuff together this year. Because you know, Lottie, you never needed me to confirm your life. Oh, yes. Yes, you did, Willie. You never needed me to confirm your life. You don't need nobody. You never needed me for you to stand. You needed me to understand. You needed me as a support to what you already knew you could do and you were going to do. Don't nobody need anybody to justify or qualify them but God. So, I need to get me a dump bowl. Let me tell you why I use me a dump bowl. That way I know everything that I'm setting out, I done put it in it and I ain't forgotten it. So I got to get my flavorings out. And I got all my other stuff. And so as I start to incorporate it, when I put it in my dump bowl, when everything on this counter is off of this counter, then I know I done completed my cake. Alright? So, you may think this butter been beaten a long time, but I beat my butter anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. Because I want it to be whipped. And I'm putting aeration in there. I'm eating a banana. This is the first thing I put on my stomach. Now I'm gonna, hold on, let me get my stuff out. Hey, let me turn it down. Come on in. How y'all doing? I don't know how many people I got on here, but greetings. We're going to be doing some stuff real quick. Yeah, Avery had to go to school. And one thing I can tell you, one thing I hate is if I do something and I know that I did something wrong, I'm gonna right my wrong. Who's got a birthday today? Yesterday was my mama's birthday. Thank y'all for wishing her a happy birthday. And thank y'all that sent her a little cash app. I'll let her know. I got more snow coming. They didn't say we did, Calvin. It didn't say it this morning. It said next week. The rest of this week gonna be hot. It's gonna get up in the 50s or the high 40s. And then next week they said that the temperature was gonna drop again. That's what they told me. And so I hope that everybody is having a blessed day. Listen, people in life shift. You don't need people the way you think you need them. We need each other to survive. But we also have to understand that we are our own people. We are the person. We, meaning plural, you, I, have to stand account for the deeds that I do. I need you, Jeanette, but I can't hold you or expect for you. There's no excuses, right? Because at the end of the day, if I participated in something, I don't care who started it. Let me give you an example. If I go out here right now and have an affair and my mind ain't all together, I don't care who came on. It take one person to get it started, but it take two people to make it happen. No, it's not lonely. It can't be lonely when I haven't even told you the process of what I'm talking about. I'm trying to explain to you that you need people, but it's what you need us for. Some of y'all are not moving because you're waiting for somebody to justify what you're doing, to agree to what you want. No, that's your decision. If that's what you want, you the one got to give account for it. If you decide to go out here right now and take a drink, that's on you. You don't have to wait for me to go along with it. You don't. You don't have to wait for me to approve that. You already got it made up in your mind. You done made up in your mind that's what you want to do. I'm sorry. You've made it up in your mind that's the way you want to flow. That's how you going to do it. It don't matter what I say. Your mind's made up. If there are kids right now, the whole family, the house is nasty. Every room in the house is filthy. The mama don't clean up. The brothers and sisters don't clean up. But there's one child living in the midst of all that. You go in their room is clean. They doing the best they can to keep that room clean. You go in their house, they want to get in her room. Want to start putting stuff in her room. And she's fighting, saying, no, y'all ain't putting it in my room. You're not going to put it in my room. See what I'm saying? You got all of them quit school. Standing on street corners. And you looking at that one girl because she's in school to become a doctor. And you'll say, oh, I can't believe Lurleen got a kid in school to be a doctor. Well, that's what they said about Jesus. Can any good thing come out of Bethlehem? It did. You got to look at things a little different. That's your decision. You view it the way you want to. But you can't look at that child and say because the rest of them didn't want it, that she got to be just like them. I need a dump bag because I want to keep up with what I'm doing. You have to realize that you play a part in my life, but you don't determine if I make it or not. You play a part on my life, but you don't determine the way my life is going to go. I still have control, and I still have a say-so. I don't care if everybody in my family quit school. I don't want to. You're supposed to be there to support my dreams and visions. You're not supposed to be getting mad because my dreams and my visions are different than yours. Now, I know I got a lot of cake lovers here. And Chef Willie, he's going to have a waffle. He got to come back around and give me the time and dates that y'all put in for it. But if y'all want to try and win you a cake, Catering My Way with Willie J is doing a waffle. And he is inviting you all to participate so that he can have a good turnout for it. I know that you will end up getting your dessert around Valentine's Day. If he's still on here, he got to tell me when y'all can put in for it. I'm going to show y'all this in just a minute. All right? So, I just want you to understand that I need you. But my view is going to be different from yours. What I need you for is not for what you think. You need a mother and you need a father. And they realize you need them. But it comes to a point where they say, you got to learn how to walk. So I can't keep carrying you on my back. Did you know I can carry my child and carry my child and carry my child? And did you know if I ever stop carrying, if you ever stop carrying a baby, they become so heavy? Did y'all ever realize that? Your baby can weigh 15 pounds and you put them on your hip. The day you stop carrying your child, that child becomes so heavy. Oh my goodness, it becomes so heavy. Let me show you what this is looking like so far. It becomes so heavy. So we blending in the sugar. See how it look like ice cream? And that's your sugar and your butter. It becomes so heavy. If you stop carrying a baby. I knew this girl. I don't know what all her kid have, but her kid is a grown woman. She said, I can't carry her no more. She carried her till she was 20-something years old. Then after that, when she stopped carrying her, she said she got so heavy to her. Did you realize as long as we carry our kids naturally or physically, we don't pay it no attention. But when you start telling your kid, I ain't going to carry you no more. I ain't paying your bills for you no more. I'm not doing all these things for you no more. You start back doing it. Baby, you got to find that money. Okay, he was telling me what was going on. Hold on one second, y'all. I don't have my glasses. Willie say his drawing, you got to have your money in by the 27th of this month to be a part of it. So he's going to start today collecting for his L.Y.F.E. Cater My Way with Willie J. He's going to go all the way up to the 24th to put in your entry. You can cash app him at $ Willie J1, or you can Zelle him at Catering My Way WJ at gmail.com. $5 entry. And he'll give you more insight on it as he goes. But I know sometimes we just get your cake and cut it up and put it in the freezer. And the next thing you know, we'll have Easter coming. That cake will still be good. So you know how sometimes we get lazy. We don't want no desserts right after the holidays. But then there comes a time that we do start wanting it, and you can just have it in the freezer. You heard what my mama said. I have to sneak her brownies. She told me to bring her 5 packets. So that's a dozen. Over a dozen. She wants them. She wants them. It's a dozen and a half. So she told me she ain't caring what my sister say. So when you quit carrying people, it's a burden that's lifted. But as long as you carry your baby, you don't think about it. But it comes a time you have to put a child down. You got to put a baby down to walk. You got to. It'll mess your hip up. What if you don't have Cash App? He said you could Zelle him, Emma Woods. Why don't you email him so he can give you directions? Email him at cateringmywayWJ@gmail.com because he can go into better insight, okay? Oh, I am, Ramona. I ain't messing with it. I had to think about that thing. When you have children, you pick them up. You don't want their knees. I didn't want Avery or Kelby's knees to get scratched. I didn't want them to get dirty. I always took an extra change of clothes. Just go with me for a moment. You parents on here. I had to get an extra change of clothes. I put cocoa butter. I didn't want her knees to get scarred and her legs to get black marks from crawling. And as Kelby and Avery started to walk and get independence, they didn't want me picking them up all the time. There are some babies, because they got a disease or something happened to them, you got to carry them a little while because they can't walk. But as she began to walk, she began to run. And then they began to form words. And then you had to teach them you had to teach them no. After a while, you let them learn, because they won't hear you when you keep telling them, don't touch it. No, sir, Kevin. I never had to kneel on rice as a punishment. Mama didn't want our knees dark. That was not a punishment. We got whoopings. That's just all it was to it. We got whoopings. So after a period of time, I couldn't lift them if I wanted to. I'm not trying to teach y'all my recipe, so I'm just cooking as I go. After a period of time, because I don't teach this. After a period of time, I began to, I couldn't lift them no more. I might have wanted to, but I couldn't. After a period of time, I want to lead them in the right direction and tell them that ain't your friend. But I couldn't, because they weren't going to listen to me. It might be people that Kelby dated. I didn't want her to date. She wouldn't listen. So I didn't. And that's how it is even today in the household of faith. The leaders are trying to tell us what we can and cannot do. We don't listen. And so we pay the consequence. There comes a period of time. Your job tell you, you don't miss no more days, you're going to be out. You don't listen. It ain't going to do you no good. There comes a crossroads in life where you have to remove yourself from it and just be a support system. That's why I said we need each other in a support way. Not all the time, but we need each other in a support way. You know what I mean? There comes a crossroads in life. There comes a crossroads when people that say they're there for you and you can't find them. Ain't no use in looking. They ain't there. Your school is open. There comes a time where you realize I ain't got to abide by the word of God, but it ain't going to change for me. There comes a time where your mom and dad tell you every time you and your husband get in an argument, you ain't running back over him. You don't need to see that. There comes a time you're going to get upset over that. But they doing it for your good. We don't have to agree. But we can agree to disagree. Because life's going to show you. And if God mean what he say and he say what he mean, you don't got to worry about what nobody else say. If God tell you you going to be the head and not the tail, I don't care what nobody in your family say about you. I don't care what they have to say about your daddy wasn't this, your mama wasn't that. I don't care. If he told you that you were going to be a lender and not a borrower, I don't care what nobody else say. Honestly, before God, I don't. If that's what he tells me, I'm going to hang my hat on it. I can't help how you feel. I can't help that you think everybody in my family is supposed to be a failure. I can't help because you think that everybody in my family wasn't going to be nothing and wasn't going to amount to anything. That ain't the plans he have toward my life. That ain't what he told me. That is not what he shared and told me. That is not what he spoke to my spirit. He told me I can have what I decree. And I'll be doggone if I'm on decree that I'm crazy because some things happen in my family. No, I'm not. I mean, there comes a time that you have to separate yourself from your family. If you want peace, you have to turn your phone off. You know, sometimes you just tell people, I ain't coming to the family cookout, because you know more than likely before you leave, something's going to be set off. You love them, but you have to love them from a distance. And it's okay. I don't play around with some things, and I'm not. I'm just not going to agree. If it's wrong, it's wrong, and if it's right, it's right. I don't care if you are my first cousin, my sister, my brother. If you did something wrong, I'm not going to stand for you. You was wrong. And if you're going to get mad because I'm telling you was wrong, then you need to go on. You can't go over there and steal people's stuff and bring it back over here. And I purchased it, I hide it. I'm going to mess around and get some RICO charges. Fooling around with your habits. No, I'm not going to do that. Because I know where it came from. This is a little secret I do. I know where it came from. Child, I done changed this recipe I don't know how many times. And so therefore, if I sit around here and I mess around here and go along with it, when it's time to go down, you be done told them folks that's my stuff. I don't have no bearings to prove that it ain't mine. I can't even help myself. I don't have no way to show them that stuff that was at my house belonged to you. So then I gotta start removing myself. I gotta start separating myself. I gotta start using wisdom. Hold on, y'all. Got some flowers. I gotta start using some wisdom. You know what I mean? Sometimes, in the course of a day, I make one cake. Some days, I'm like a car. I'm an older model. I have to warm myself up to doing a bunch of cakes. Or else, I get tired and they don't turn out right. Now, the Bible says, whatever a man thinketh, so is he. I don't know if I think it wrong, but it happens. It don't turn out good if I keep baking and keep baking when I'm tired. For some reason, for some odd reason, I don't know why, but for some odd reason, if I put baking powder in my cake and baking soda, mine don't work right. But Willie can put baking powder and baking soda, and his work right. I don't know, but I know as I make this, I'm putting stuff back because my body is telling me start off slow. Just make one today, and then make one tomorrow, or maybe two, And before you know it, you'll be walking out the door. All right. And then when I get through with these, I got to do a red velvet that I got to get to California. All I know is this here what I know. This here what I know. I know that around the sun, the earth is revolving. I know that the rosebuds bloom in early May. I know in order for you to get those elephant ears up, you got to plant. And in order to have tulips by the spring, you got to have them in the ground in September. I know they have to go through a hard freeze. And I know that that bulb has got to bust. What are you saying? In relationships, you're going to go through ups and downs and trials and tribulations. If you don't get the seed in the ground and let the bulb bust, it ain't going to come up right. It ain't. If you don't instill some values in your children, they ain't going to turn out right. Everybody else, you're beautiful. You got to check two things. One, you got to make sure you get them in at the right season. And the next thing you got to do, you got to make sure that the bulbs that you're putting in the ground, that they good. Everything ain't good. Everything ain't meant to be good. Let me tell you something. Some people will come around in your life and they will mess your life up. They'll mess up your opportunities in everything. And then when they gone, you struggling because they was only there to tear down what you was building and not support. They mad because it's not them. They trying to get something out of you. They want what you got. Some people would tell you, I see some people that's watching. They may not necessarily be on here, but it's one person that's watching. I want to say, well, it's a couple that I want to say Happy New Year's to. One of them commented. One is Mother Emma Cooley. Mother Emma Cooley, Happy New Year. I love you. And I know you starting the new year off without your precious husband. But Mother Emma Cooley, you was a wonderful person and a wonderful wife and a great mama. And you raised your girls and your sons. You raised some kids that's got a hidden talent in them. And if they got together, they make music like they did when they had the little group. Happy New Year to you. I know you on the outside looking in. I just want to say that. The second person that I know watching on him that I love is Valencia Harris. I love you, girl. I always wanted you to be Harold's wife. And I know you somebody else's now, but that's when we were growing up. You know, I still remember the phone number. 336 5543. I think that's it. 336 5543. I think that's it. Mama's old number. Happy New Year to you, Valencia. And I know you still battling with your son Kale's death. But hey, I ain't never seen a more smooth operator, mama and grandmama, and a fine dresser. Keep herself together. And you got a good man. I be seeing him on his different little shows on Ruthless and different things. So I want to make sure that I said that to you. All right, and Sade, I see you. Amen. But you've been commenting too, so. But yeah. So when we're gonna finish baking, we're gonna finish working on this cake. I take my time. One thing I know that my cakes are moist. They moist. And we starting a new year off. This is the month of January. And if you don't want to carry people that ain't here to build you up, don't carry them all year. Just release them. You have to release your kids. Release them. It'll be all right. The door is open. I raise my kids. And I want them. I've been talking to them about coming back to church. I hope they come back. I don't know if they will. But the door is open. I miss them. I miss us singing together. I miss all of that. I do. And I hope that they would return. I don't know that they will. But I trained them the way they should go. You can have the same mom and same daddy. Whole brother and sister, as they say. And you still can have one messy as all get up. Ain't like the other ones. But you don't not like the other ones because you ain't gonna fool with that messy one. All of them didn't do it. Let me put some ice in here. All of them didn't do it to you. Let that girl become a doctor. Let that girl become a lawyer. Don't talk about it. Be there for her. Because now this is where you come in. This is where the community come in. You see that the rest of them don't want it. So you help her become it. Don't dog her out. Don't turn around there saying, honey, I never thought L.Y.F.E would have any kids come out of that house. Don't do that. When you see that girl growing, you help her grow. Weena got me drinking cold coffee. That's where you come in. You become a help. You become support. You don't dog her out because she want to be different than her other family members. Okay? So we're going to get this cake in the oven. Soon as I add this here flour and eggs, we're going to get it in the oven. I will tell you this. I will tell you this about bacon. I can't see my comments no more. Hold on. And I know y'all commenting because when I go out and come back in. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I got y'all Black History Facts today. How many people I got on here? I got y'all Black History Facts today. And I want to thank everyone that has given me stars. Amen. I don't know if I got any now, but it's showing that I got some. But thank you. Hey, Muffin plus 5 and 9. I'm going to push your baby's book. I'm going to push it Black History. And I'm going to talk about it on my Black History. I'm doing Black History 365. And we do Black History. So I got Breeze down as one of my books. I also got Arthur Powell's book. And I got this book that I've read before. But did you know it's like a movie? You can read a book over and over. This is one of my favorite books. It's by J. California Cooper. It's called A Peace of Mind. It's a mini storybook. It's got a lot of mini stories in it. And it's an amazing book. It makes you think. It's got so many different stories in there. So I want to do that as well. Today, in my invention part, my Black History part, everybody say it ain't nothing bad. I'm going to talk about inventors. Oh, I would tell you this about cake. I always use more than you need. I always use more than you need on this. And get your glasses because you can't see. Gosh. Deacon Calvin. Hey, June Johnson. Her school put it in their library. Praise God. God got his hands on her now. You get her in church. I know Muffin. I know that you I know you're doing a lot of things for your kids. You they sole provider. Keep on instilling in her. Keep on doing great things for her. Keep on being and encouraging and doing. Because look, it's out there for everybody to make it. It really is. It's out there. If you don't want it, you can't get mad at somebody else for going and getting it. I think it's a beautiful thing. You can't get mad at somebody else to turn this app on and decided to do it. You can't get mad because your season ain't came. You can't. It ain't gonna do you no good. People try to think you gonna grow by messing up other people's pages. You know. Because people don't wanna. I used to do that, and I told this one person I'm not doing it no more. And she just started and started. At first I couldn't understand why she was starting on me till I went and found an email where she was asking me to help her with another page. And I said, no, I'm not doing it no more. I did it enough. And I did it for free when other people were charging. You can't do enough for people. You can't do enough for people. The more you do, the less they appreciate it. Okay, your Black History moment, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish my cake. I'm just taking my time. The Black History moment today is about ice cream. I love ice cream. I don't know how many of y'all love ice cream, but I love ice cream. Ice cream is good, honey, any way you put it. Lactose intolerant, they got lactose intolerant ice cream. But ice cream in and of itself is very good. And I enjoy it. Today I want to tell you about a man that played a part, the father of ice cream. He didn't necessarily invent ice cream. He took it to the next level. Alfred Jackson was working in the White House from the time he was 9 years old in the kitchen. He became the chef for George Washington and his wife, Dolly. Now, Dolly used to do ice cream and made it popular in the White House. Y'all tell me how many people I got on here. Well, the ice cream still wasn't quite right. But in 1840, Augustus Jackson, he left the White House and he went back home to Philadelphia, back to Philly, baby. He opened up a ice cream place. He also did catering. He figured out how to make ice cream last longer by adding rock salt. So he took it up. He also invented mint ice cream. He also invented strawberry ice cream. I thought I heard a car. He sold it by the bucket. Okay, hold on. Let me get Avery's food there at the front door. Hold on. Here I come. He said she left the door with Avery's food. I said, I didn't even know it was you. I heard a car go off. How you doing? You tired? You gotta stay out the bed. Whatever. I'm doing my Black History fact. Oh, okay. Will you bust these eggs up for me, Fabi? Yeah. Thank you. Where did you put that paper? What paper? I don't know what Eddie did with it. He cleaned the kitchen last night. Look over there. I don't know. We'll find it. So anyway, let me finish telling y'all about him. So he began to sell it around the community in Philly. People were buying it. He stopped ice cream. He made it more creamier. He made it more solid. He made it to where you could really enjoy it. It wasn't like milk or anything. He learned himself. He used the rock. He didn't patent it though. He did not patent it, and he shared it with everybody, and he shared it with other ice cream parlors, and people ran with it and tried to give themselves credit for it. So he's known in Philly. He was one of the richest people in Philadelphia for his invention toward ice cream. He's known as the father of ice cream in Philly. Now, later on down the road, there was a man named L.F.E. Alfred Crowley, he invented the ice cream scooper. Now, he invented it around 1853. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. It didn't necessarily tell me when, but it just said that Alfred Crowley invented the ice cream scoop. Now, let me tell you who invented the potato chips. The potato chips was invented by a man named George Crumb. And what happened with George Crumb was he was working in a restaurant in Saratoga, New York. And a customer didn't like the fact that he did fried potatoes and onions, and that the potato was thick. And so around 1853, he decided that he would thin her potatoes so thin, fry them, and sprinkle some salt on them. When he took them back out, they were crispy with a little grease and salt, and she fell in love with it, and other people started asking him at the restaurant.
What?
It was called Moon Lake Restaurant. Would he fry them, those crispy, salty, greasy things? And he did. So your inventor of the potato chip is George Crumb. All right? I got one more inventor to tell you about. And some of y'all may already know about these inventors. But this is my moment in Black history. The next inventor that did something really good for everybody. These are inventors. They did it for everybody now. Everybody like ice cream and everybody like tater chips. And if you pregnant, honey, you know you take them tater chips, whether you're pregnant or not, and crumble them up in that vanilla ice cream, and it tastes good. It sure does. You can take pickles. Some people want pickles and ice cream when they pregnant, and potato chips. So that's how that went. So the next person, her name was Alice H. Parker. Alice H. Parker did something for everybody, baby. And especially this past week, she did something for us here folks that got snow. Alice H. Parker, and she was a black woman. And around 1919, she got her invention patent. Unlike Augustus, honey. She invented the gas furnace. She invented it that it may run on natural gas. And hers came with the first thermostat. Not much of an invention, just a spoon. And well, did you invent it? You so negative. I don't know why I read your comments. You so negative. I'm not going to keep putting up with it. I really am not. You so negative. And your spirit don't bear witness with mine. I don't like it. Did you invent it? You say not much of an invention because it's just a spoon with a clip. But you didn't invent it. You don't have nothing patent in your name. Why you got to be so nasty? You just letting the enemy use you. That's all. And I'm not going to keep letting you get me off and setting me off. Because I'm going to be honest with you. People get in here and they have done a lot. They have contributed every race. And some of us are enjoying it. And all we want to do is talk negative for what somebody else is doing. And you ain't done nothing. You ain't done jack be nimble. You ain't done nothing. That's the saddest part about us. And it's something to me. I am, Lena. I'm about ready to give it to her. But that's something to me because I think about how hard ice cream is to get out. And I'm glad that somebody bought an ice cream scooper. I am. And when I said I wasn't going to be given a lot of chances, I'm not. And I don't care if you say, oh, you can voice your opinion. Voice it somewhere else. Because you're not going to be negative. My uncle invented the first rocking cradle. And he got his patent. Yes, exactly. That's my point too. Invent something before you come on somebody else's stuff saying that ain't much or nothing. And then gonna ask a dumb question like, have you ever tasted a raw potato? I'm not gonna be reading the comments no more. She can watch. She's just gonna be ignored. I'm gonna get off in here in just a minute. Where you leaving? Hold on. You need to talk to me?
I'm gonna go get this application so I can take it back over here. And then I gotta go to...
You gonna tell everybody hey or not? Happy New Year?
Happy New Year, hey y'all.
You going where? Give me a chair.
You know, I gotta go over here and do the observation. I gotta get ready for Thursday. They want me to come and do the observation.
That's when your thing is Thursday?
For the school. No, they moved my surgery to next Friday.
That's what I was gonna say. When is that?
It was supposed to be this Friday, but physical therapy didn't have anything that matched the doctor's schedule, so they just rescheduled it until the 24th. Next Friday.
Okay. I got a doctor's appointment in the morning. So you done? You ain't gonna come out? She ain't gonna get the free show and hat. She'll be here. And you ain't. Huh? Don't do what you gotta do. I had to braid. I gotta make April appointment. I had to braid her hair because I forgot that it was ice coming down when I let her go out. Got all in her hair. Did it do it like that with Nuki's? And hers was puffed up too. April's went whoop.
Like mine.
Oh, April's worse. Oh, yeah, yours was straight. That's why April got all that long hair.
Yeah, I want them to go ahead and handle this so I can get this over and copy it to somebody's channel.
Oh, that's right.
Part time anyway, because now they coming back for the long term.
Oh,
so
they
I
are?
gotta go to the doctor tomorrow too. So.
Come taste it. I ain't putting no liquid in here. None. I'm trying to get a crunch top. I ain't got no liquid in it.
That's good.
Is that not good?
Mm-hmm.
When you get through, rinse it out. Baby, this cake good. You can eat it. I feel like I can make ice cream. Oh, let me tell you another reason. Let me tell you another thing about the man that invented the ice cream. Did you know ice cream used to be made out of eggs? And so when he began his process, he changed it where you didn't have to make ice cream out of eggs no more. You don't have to use it. Y'all know how we use that ice cream? We make homemade ice cream and we use rock salt. He fixed it where we didn't have to put eggs. Ice cream is like a custard. Now there are still some ice creams that are made with eggs in it because it's like a custard. Willie said, shut up, Queen. Willie said, shut up, Queen. Hold on, he can't hear you. Hold on. You can still, now there are some ice cream, they said it at our store in the summertime. It's like a custard ice cream. So they still have it and it tastes good, but he fixed it to where we didn't have to necessarily make it that way. And the person that invented the ice cream scooper, they did it because folks were struggling with regular spoons to get ice cream out once it got hard. Now you got to realize as we coming up into today's time, what did you want to tell Willie?
I said, tell him honest business. I ain't buy bother you.
She said, mind your business.
I'm
she ain't bothering.
Don't get me started.
Don't get her started. She on 1,000 a day. 1,000. A whole 1,000, she said. She on a whole 1,000.
Everybody can get it.
Not me. Because you didn't come out of here. Well, bring it. Who?
Ma, I'm not talking about you. You wasn't even in the mix. What is you talking about?
Well, you said him. Everybody can get it. That mean like everybody. Like when people say everybody, I think you're talking about me. No, I ain't over there on the jungle fever.
Well,
that's jungle fever over there. I ain't over there. But guess what I'm having to drink? I just put some ice in my coffee. I just said you got me drink. I got to drink with Eddie Gay.
Well, I got some more stuff coming, so don't worry.
Yeah, regular spoons. And they said, and back then they didn't have the temperature gauges on the refrigerators. A lot of the refrigerators and freezers were, they were ice blocks. So someone had to, listen, I'm going to show y'all how pretty this cake mix is. Let me give it one more spin around the block. I'm trying to get this top to be real crunchy like. I didn't put no liquid in here, so we're going to see. If it don't, then it didn't turn out right, but it's going to still be good. Well, it's turning out right, it just won't have a crunch. But so, they used to take ice blocks. The ice man used to come around. The milkman, the ice man, they would come around and you would buy blocks of ice. They also would buy the blocks of ice and set their little fans in front of it and blow it to keep them cool. So, honey, look at this. Yes, they delivered ice for the look, let me show you that something.
Let me know if I need to bring you some food and food I'm cooking.
What you cooking?
That ain't gonna hold.
What you cooking?
I'm about to make a chicken pie.
Oh.
That's what I'm in the mood for, something warm.
I ain't never tried your pie.
It's like yours.
Okay, you make it like me. All right, sister, calm down. Dion.
Sir say yeah, mentally not right now to make it exclusive, but yeah.
What? Wait a minute, come back here and say what? Wait a minute, don't walk away like that and saying stuff under the third code and I didn't grab the button. Huh? Pig Latin, you said it though. Hear that?
Yeah, right now, but yes.
Oh, okay. Ooh. How you feel about that?
I mean, it is what it is at this point.
You ain't either.
Man.
You ain't.
What? Oh, no, I'm not. I know I'm not. I just wanted to make sure, like, I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to invest my energy.
I think I want to use this big one. I got one that'll hold all of it. Oh, yeah.
It's not like what he wears.
But you know what? Hold on. I don't want to use this one. Queen, do I got any more, I ain't got no more of that stuff that I use when I brush in my thing, do I? I need to make me some glue.
Yeah. I don't think you got no more.
Can you make me some real quick?
Mm-hmm.
I need is a cup, and a cup. It's a cup of shortening right there. It's a cup of flour. And it's a cup of vegetable oil. That's what I need. No, that's the whole batter now. I can take it off and let you see it. Are you ready to? This is the batter. It's complete now. Baby.
It's the cup you use.
Here, a cup is complete. And you can use this. You need a thing to get it out.
Yeah.
You got a spoon. You got something to get it out, right? You want to scoop with this?
Yeah, I'm going to use a regular spoon.
Okay. No, this is the cake mix. This is it.
What else? I'm going to cut a flour. You got something like that?
You know what my mind Willie, do you think I need to make that thicker? Willie, you think I need to make this thicker? But yeah, so I just wanted to tell y'all about that, and I also want to tell y'all about growth. And I want to tell you, sometimes people, your babies outgrow you carrying them. Your babies can get heavy when you put them down. I knew you was gonna say that, knucklehead. Your baby. That look like ice cream. Your baby, as long as you carry your baby. Bridget, how you doing, Bridget Stevens? How's it going out there in Cali? As long as you carry your baby won't be heavy. You stop carrying your baby becomes so heavy you can't lift them no more. You can have a 15-pound baby and carry it. But if you go try to carry somebody else's 15-pound baby, it's too heavy. What are you saying? I can carry my problems. Here you go, sis. I know you're right. But if I try to carry yours, this ain't got 7-Up in it. Yeah, I make it. If I carry yours, it may be too heavy for me. If I quit carrying my baby and put my baby down and try to lift it, that baby. I mean, I used to tote Kelby when she was 2, 3, 4, 5. When Kelby got into school real good, I couldn't carry her no more. She just got too heavy. One day she jumped in, she wasn't big. And I went to pick her up and I was like, oh girl, you done got heavy. But as long as I was carrying her, when I went to the doctor, she had not gotten heavier. I just quit carrying her. Do y'all understand what I'm trying to say? Quit carrying people. When you put them down and try to pick them back up, it's going to be the heaviest thing. The best thing you can do after they start walking is let them walk. The best thing you can do so you don't worry yourself to death over your children, let your children start walking. Train them the way they should go. And if they depart, just know that you carry them. And you went from carrying them in your stomach to carrying them on your lap to carrying them in your heart. Same way with your brother and your sister. Same way with friends. Same way with nieces. Same way with nephews. After a while, you don't struggle. You can't struggle. You can't struggle for no relationship. It'll wear you out. If the person want to go, let them go. Like that song say, if you want to go ahead and go. One monkey don't stop no show.
Keep on.
You got to keep on. You got to. Because we got one life to live. And I'm here to tell you, the older we get, folks think we supposed to quit living. We can't quit living. We got to keep living. And the older you get, you be like, I ain't that old. I used to think people was in their 40s and 50s was so old. And now I'm him. Oh, that ain't old. When I turn 60, I'm going to be saying, that ain't old. When I turn 70, I'm going to be saying, that ain't old. When I shut my eyes at the funeral and the people my age come to tell me bye, a lot of them going to be saying, I sure hate she left. Man, she still had some time left. But what I know is people going to keep living. So don't let nobody run you in the ground. Don't let nobody worry you. You can love them, but you're going to have to love them for. You can love your children. Never stop loving them. Never stop. But if your child taking you through, you got to learn how to love them. Like you had to teach them to walk. You got to teach them. I'm going to teach you tough love. And I'm going to teach you how to respect me. I love you. I don't want nothing to happen. But you out there right now, stay out there. Don't come home that way. 50s is the new 20. No, it's not. I'm sorry. The Bible says don't despise a man of his youth. It's not. You 50. Embrace it. It's life after 50.
Embrace it like I embraced my gray at 35.
Yeah. Like she had to embrace her gray. Embrace it that our children got to grow up. Embrace it that they're going to do their own thing. We got to embrace life. And it's built with swift transitions. You know, I used to hear my grandmama say, Now I know what it means. Now I know what that means. I really know what that means. Because I do it every morning. I do it when I turn at night. I lay so long on one side, I got to flip. It's a lot to do it. I got this, I got several. I got this one that you beat your eggs.
I'll give it a try.
And then, because you use that to do it instead of pouring it in there later, this won't probably fit. But it's a whisk.
I'll take this one.
You think it'll fit in? Oh, let me see. Okay. Is it fitting in there good? Because if not, this is a flat whisk. And this is one for eggs, which I'm sure it would punch it up in there good. Let me try this one. Don't worry, I'll take care of this. Yeah, Ramona, I get what you're saying. That's what Queen be saying. Her leg be bothering her. Keep living. That's what the old folks used to say, like Deacon Calvin. Keep on living, and you're gonna find out. And I think so many people cry so hard over their parents and they mom and stuff is because they had opportunity to enjoy them, and you wasted your opportunity. You got time to get things right with people you love. But don't come to my funeral if you don't talk to me. Don't show up. I'm going to haunt you. I'm telling you right now. Don't come see me when you couldn't talk to me when I was alive. Don't mention me. Don't say my name. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. But all that holding up time, I'm going to let my people know. All that holding up my family. And you got to have 2 minutes. And you want to, your 2 minutes was when I was alive that you didn't call me. You can't put my life in 2 minutes. And I'm not going to let you. I don't care what nobody say. It's going to be some, let me have a little bit. It's going to be like, what's her face? What was that show? Imitation of Life. Y'all see how hard she cried after her mama? Y'all see how hard Mary Jane cried? Sarah Jane, whatever her name was, it was Jane, Sarah Jane. She cried after her mama because she didn't want to be, thank you. She didn't want to be mixed. She didn't want to have no black in her. Do you know China has done a study, a case study? Chinese have done a case study. And the first Chinese person was black. Do you know black is in every color? You gotta have a smidgen of black to make up every color. Did y'all know that? Because y'all so intelligent. I cry every time I watch Imitation of Life. Ain't nobody gonna love Sarah Jane like that woman. Sarah Jane was letting her boyfriend beat her up and everything. Ain't nobody gonna love Sarah Jane like her mama. Wasn't gonna love her like her mama. And then you gotta run behind her. And everybody's saying, why is she cracking up over that woman like that? Now you chasing behind her. Now she used to tell you, come home, Sarah Jane. Come home. It's going to be all right. Why did you have to be my mother? I hate you. I hate what you've done to my life. Woo! I just want to beat her up. That's one thing why I don't like this stuff. This stuff costs a lot of money to just be messing up on you. Oh, I hate you, Sarah Jane. Every one of her cousins should have tagged Sarah Jane. They should have tagged her. It should have been tagged you in. Pour this in here so I can get this cake in that oven. That's what I just said. Black is in every color. Yeah, it certainly is.
I'm washing the dishes. Just crank up my hand with it.
This is high as I need to take this because it's going to rise. And I got some more left, so I'm just going to find a little small one and put it in. I don't need to take it no higher than this because it'll spill everywhere. You see what I'm saying? I want to eat that. I did want to eat it. All right? So the rest of this, I'm going to take out a small one and put it in there.
I'll be back. Just let me know if you want me to burn her some more.
Well, yeah, you know she'll want it.
Her check in the freezer in the down. And her food in there. So I'll be back.
So I let her know if you
okay. We'll be back after I get looking. Because everybody got to work today, so I'll grab her.
Can you call and tell Kelby I got her food? Because she calling to ask if I got it.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a small one and finish the rest of this on.
Yeah, she got her food. She ain't lying.
Is it important?
She said, is it important? She said, if it was, you would.
Okay. Well, I'm on live. It must not be.
All right, okay.
I done locked my thing out. Going up? Come here. I done locked my drawer.
Okay.
Can't get my other pan out. And I'm not throwing this butter away. And I'm going on. I done got this stuck. The pans was sticking out. It's up top. It's in here. Not that one.
See if I can get my hand through that one.
I want to break my drawer. One of them pans is stuck.
Yeah, it's over here somewhere.
I was trying to. Did I hit your hand? I was lifting it up and pulling it out.
Can this one come out?
Well,
Oh, what I was gonna say. Can this one come out here? Or the one up here?
so I can. How to take them out? I just wait for it to come. I just find one of these little pans.
I can't fit nothing out.
I just use this. I use this right here.
Okay.
I hate that because I just did it. I didn't make sure they were smooth.
You don't have to put some over here.
But they normally fine. It's just it was tilted. I'll be all right. They know I be messing stuff up.
I'll be back in a few.
That's a pot I would pick clean. So basically I made some glue. I'm gonna put these in the... I just had enough to make a small one. Let me see. Jesus. Okay. And I got my drawer stuck. When Eddie come home, I don't want to, I don't want to break this, honey. This thing costs money. Oh, yeah, I had to get these cabinets custom. So I can't. Me and my kids don't always agree, but we always gonna love each other. But if my children want to think they gonna get away with everything, then whatever God decide to handle them, it ain't gonna be on me. 'Cause I ain't carrying them no more. And I don't co-sign with sin. I don't want you to co-sign with mine. And sin leaves scars. That's what my book told me. And it's a great chapter in that book that talks about this girl doing what she wanted to do. Everybody told her to stop doing it. Everybody told her to stop messing with that man that owned that store. But she was beautiful, and she used her looks to get what she wanted. Everybody kept telling her, you know you wrong. This is too big for me. This ain't gonna work either. I'll be doggone. I ain't got enough feeling to do what I need to do right here. It's gonna be a small cake. What are you painting in there? Anyway. It'll be enough. I might just cut this up. Be enough. It's not the pan I need. Yeah, she had to go to school. But I done learned as a parent, if you tell your kids not to date somebody, I ain't happy with this. If you tell your kids not to date somebody, if you focus that you don't like them so much, they'll mess around. And they'll fall in love with that person because you keep riding them about it. You keep riding it. So you got to learn how to agree to disagree and move on. You got to learn how to say, my belief is my belief. My view is my view. You didn't ask me. I'm going to move on. I'm done with it. You got to learn how. You got to learn how to live holy. You got to learn how to surrender your own will. I can't surrender for you, and you can't surrender for me. Look, I'm trying to get everything I can get. I can't surrender for you, and you can't surrender for me. I have to surrender. I know for a fact, I done heard so many people say, I just believe my grandmama praying for me. My grandmama gonna pray me in. Where is that at? You can quote, I quote what my mama and my grandmama say all the time. I'm the one that do it. They can't get me in. They got to get themselves in. It's a one-ticket passway. You got to get your own stuff in. What does it profit a man to gain the world? You know how many people have encouraged you to get saved and go to church, and that pastor backslid, but he still encouraged you. Y'all can't take away from Eddie Long. He encouraged people. He just had his own demons to fight. He was a good Bible study teacher. If you watched him, he was good. I enjoyed his teaching. I could relate. He taught easy. He taught simple. I could flow with it. But he had his own problems. You know, we have grace in everything. Shall we continue in sin to grace? You don't have to catch something or go through something to learn when it's time to stop. It's time to stop. You just stop it. I love my husband. But if my husband don't want to go, I want to go if I got to go by myself. I don't co-sign on everything because I love you. Deacon Calvin will tell you, I don't co-sign on Kelby. And Kelby don't co-sign on me. She'll tell me in a minute, well, Mama, you shouldn't have did this, or Mama, you did that, or honey, it's just a part. Deacon Calvin gets on me and say, Mother, don't do that. Mother, don't say that. Mother, you don't need to do this. Mother, you don't need... And I listen. We have to listen. We can't get upset and grab your cookies and run home. I'm sorry. Some of us know, and we done lived long enough, and we done seen when God's wrath come on. We done seen it. We done witnessed it. We done seen it. When I remember when my granddaddy had to come, or my grandmama, troublings had come to the family. That meant something was bad if you saw them other than them coming to visit. When they told you to go outside and they told you to stay in the child's place, you knew not to open your mouth. You knew not to say nothing. You better not go out and open your mouth. Is it locked? Hold on. Let me go let her in. Queen locked it. Hold on. She probably wasn't thinking, ain't you got a key? Hold on. But you worried me for it. How you doing? Queen, she came. Oh my goodness. Queen came over. When? She left. Why? She said she'll be back. Okay. When she get Nuki out. Okay. Look in the microwave and look over here in the freezer.
In the freezer?
In the microwave.
Mommy, look. I just saw it. I just picked this up. It was a big piece of stuff and I just picked it up. So I'm putting it in the refrigerator so I can cool my food.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Mommy?
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
Put some cakes in.
No, it was filled. It was even in the playground.
Was it? Was it still out there?
Yeah, we played it. We had a snowball fight. Secretly! Mommy. Hi, people.
How was this? They back at school?
Good. You gotta do my bun again.
Over there's your other drink.
Mom, hey people, we had a snowball fight outside. Then we got to do some fun little math outside.
They hit y'all outside today?
Doing math.
Oh wow.
And then we did then we ran and played for the rest of the day.
That's what y'all did?
That's all we did.
You had a good time?
So it's pretty basic.
So pretty what?
Basic.
Pretty basic. You look pretty. I like your outfit.
Yeah. You pulled up?
Yeah, you can take your shirt off now.
It's hot.
It's hot. Come stand back over here. Let me see you. All right.
You still my Ariana Grande shirt. Honey.
Oh, be careful.
Oh, honey. Daddy!
Okay, baby. I'm going to put that in there.
Why?
We got to read a book, right?
I already did.
When you read, Avery.
I read at school.
Avery.
She said since I read at school, I can put it on piece of paper and the show was there. And she heard me reading on a paper.
Avery, reading is amazing. You don't think so, baby?
I stayed in there for 20 minutes. Daddy, shush! I stayed in there for 20 minutes.
Who you hushing?
Did that.
Keep on, huh? Say a prayer for me. You know what I need. Go before the Father and intercede for me. The enemy desires to sift me as we, but like you did for Peter, say a prayer for me. Hey, Renee. I can't get this cut
Yeah,
right.
Miss Bearden told me if I left into the day.
No, I just took it off, and just like that, when I put my little things in a spot, my dump bag, my kitchen is clean. Like I ain't never been in here baking no cakes. If you are challenged with your joints, your back, your hip, you can make it. I know I've been on here a long time, and I'm finna get off of here. You can make it. You can do all things through Christ to strengthen you. Don't stop baking. Bake when you feel like it. Don't stop cooking. Prep. And then cook when you feel like it. If one day all you want to do is work on collard greens, have somebody go to the store or call the store and get you 5 or 7 bundles of collard greens. Cut them off the stem. Rinse them real good. And then if you decide to parboil them or parboil them, as you know, then you can do so. Freeze them. And they'll be ready. You won't have to go through all that work when you crave some. And you can cook them all the way if you want to.
No, you shut the door.
They'll be just fine. And you can take them out, season them like you want to. Do like the old folks used to do.
No.
You saw pots going every day of the week.
Not be like, oh.
And then the next thing you know, you could go and you could stop by grandmama's house and she done pulled her out a smidgen, a squoshy bit of greens in her little pot. She done laid out 2 little tiny pork chops because she bagged them up by 2. And she gonna share one with you. You know she gonna always be something to eat at your granny house. She gonna share something with you. She got her little tiny little pan of cornbread made thin. She wanted her little greens. She poured a little bit more fatback grease on them greens and got them greasy and not gritty. You might look over there and she cut up 1 sweet potato and made her some little patties. And boiled her some squash. Put her about 4 or 5 pieces of okra on top of them greens, on top of them cabbage. And when you stop by, it smelled like heaven. And you ask, Granny, what you cooking? I ain't got nothing going on, just a little collard greens, a little turnips and mustards mixed, a couple of little tater. I found a sweet potato, 2 pork chops, you can have 1. And I got me some boiled squash and a little thin piece of cornbread. I'll fix that for here later. You welcome to some. I don't care what. She was going to make sure she had enough. And if somebody else comes, she say, I ain't got no more meat. I didn't expect y'all coming, but y'all go down the street, get y'all some meat. Y'all welcome to the side.
Hi.
No, baby. What's wrong? Did you take your medicine?
Mm-hmm. I had a good day.
You had a good day?
Come to Concord.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
Okay.
I come to Concord. In her classroom, I was peeking. In her classroom. I was. And I went in there before I got in school.
Hey, Crystal Monique.
Hey, Crystal.
Just like Crystal, my cousin. Aunt Peggy. Well, Aunt Peggy celebrated her birthday on December the 26th all my life, the same as Eddie's. Just to find out later on it was the 27th. My brother James Calvin celebrated his birthday on the 15th of July, just to find out it was 14th of July. When I asked my brother why, my mama had 2 birthdays. It was the 12th and the 13th. People did that. And if I'm not mistaken, I want to think one of my cousin's birthdays is today. I want to think Flonnie's birthday is today. Flonnie Wiley's birthday was the day after my mama. But Chris stayed up under her grandma. And Aunt Peggy was a praying Pentecostal woman that walked her little dog every day, went to pray at 9 in the morning. And when she was working at First Brand, and she was like me, those angels at her house, those stand-up angels that blew the trumpet, I got them for her, Chris. She loved mamas, and I got her some. And then she said she was going to go back and get her some more. Way back then, they had those angels at Lowe's. They don't sell that kind of stuff no more. And she loved Christmas, and I did too. And when she was passing, I called her, Chris. And I said, Aunt Peggy, I know you going through. I said, Aunt Peggy, I'm going through. I need you to pray. I told her, I said, Aunt Peggy, they found something wrong with my mammogram, and it's been 2 weeks, and da-da-da-da-da. And she said, God told me you're going to be fine. Ooh, I'll get the crying. Y'all know I'm a crybaby. She said, you're going to be fine. Now, she's fighting cancer. I'm worried about having it. And I believed what she said from the bottom of my heart. And I didn't have it. And she succumbed to it. But I know she knew God. I knew she was a praying woman because she prayed for everybody. Her, my mama, Aunt Florine, them, that's who we went to for prayer. She was a good one. Yep. Yeah. And when you close your eyes, sometimes I dream I'm still like it used to be in Emerson. It was the amazing place to grow up. It was an amazing place to live. It was good people. And you could stop by anybody's house and get a bite of food, whether they was expecting you or not, because they all cooked. And they always had some. And the reason why I cherish my cookbook so much is because it's full of recipes of all those people that has passed away. Aunt Peggy's recipe with her scalp burgers, and one dish she made for Tabitha, and one dish was Chris loved, and then I had red velvet cakes from Aunt Annie Ruth, and I had Flonnie's chicken and dressing, and I got so many things in that book. And I grew up with the best people, and we meet up at funerals, but my God, it was the best place. The kids were safe. They played outside all day long. You didn't have to worry about nobody, messing with them. And they knew not to come through there. People did not play around where I grew up because they didn't take no mess. My dad and them, my Uncle Charles, they just didn't play. Now, they had their juke joints, they had their cafes, but if you wanted to set it off, you had to be really ready to set it off when you come down there to start something. Now, we didn't have half the skin our parents had because they didn't play. Thank God they got saved, baby, because they just didn't take no mess. They was the best pawpaws and granddaddies you would have, but don't mess with their kids. They just did not play. They didn't play with you coming down there trying to run nothing. If you weren't born and bred down there and fed down there, you was not going to stir up nothing down there. Best childhood ever. Fun. Chris' daddy, he directed the choir. And Chris' daddy was a drum major. And all of them all of them are musically inclined. And Chris' dad and mama used to sing together. And we used to call them Ashford and Simpson. Yeah. And she could sing all that. Natalie Cole and all of that. But I'll go back down memory lane on y'all in a heartbeat. Because I had an amazing childhood. And they had to grow up. And they had to leave the nest. And if I knew what I knew now, I would have built down there on some of the family land. Because it was just amazing. But all the kids went away, and they took their kids away. And it was the best childhood I can tell you about. Hey, McConey Clayton. And we had an amazing time. And we had the best choir. Damascus and Mount Zion was the best two choirs. I do, but I don't sell it in Woods. So I don't know how many people I got left because I done had y'all on here a very long time. But I want y'all to know love covers a multitude of faults. And that's deep. When you think about how many times I got to forgive you in one day. 70 times 70. But now you ain't wrong if you're going to stand for your own principles and your own morals. We just going to see things different. I can't tell somebody that got baptized in Jesus' name that they got baptized wrong. You can't tell me because I got baptized in the Trinity, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, I got baptized wrong. I can't tell a Catholic because they confess their sins to their priests that they wrong. And you can't tell me because I don't want to confess mine. To you, I'm wrong. You can't tell somebody that want to drape their heads or wear a dolly on their head to church that they wrong. And you just can't tell me because I don't that I'm wrong. You can't tell me because Muslims and stuff don't eat pork that they wrong. And they can't tell me because I do eat pork then I'm wrong. Do y'all get what I'm trying to say? But when I look back over my life, I can tell you for certainty, I had a good childhood. I wouldn't change mine. And the environment that I grew up in, where it's nothing but family, it was the best. Every door you could push in, you gonna say, hey, Aunt Jean. Hey, Aunt Peggy. Hey, Aunt Florine. Hey, ain't this one. Hey, ain't Nail. Hey. And if they wasn't yours, you was saying it. Hey, Po Grand. Hey, Great Grand. You gonna say it. Hey, Mama Hattie. Hey, Miss Hattie. Hey, Aunt Ruth. Hey, Miss Ruth. You put a title to people's names. You did. What won't change and what's gonna stand for us for all the days of our lives then is the word. You can't compromise the word of God. You can't add and you can't take away. And as much as y'all don't like it, it does say confess our sins one to another. It didn't say that if I didn't, but you ought to be close enough that you could. The problem is not the word. The problem is that people's hearts are so far. The problem is people praise you with your lips, but their heart is far from you. The problem is you make somebody mad, you'll find out just how quick they ain't willing to work on nothing and what they was there for and why they was there. Some people come to get what they want. And when they get through getting what they want, they get gone. Some people, let me tell you one thing about an open panel. Don't have one if you ain't ready to hear other people's opinions. Yeah, we had to put a handle, Lindsay Jacobs. We had to. If I do a poll today in Bible study, we can agree to disagree. That don't mean I'm gonna be in because you said one thing and I said another. You keep moving on. The word of God is gonna stand when nothing else stands. Because when it falls, when it's compromised, then heaven and earth gonna pass away. I may not like it, may not abide by everything, mess up, come short, fall short, but it ain't gonna change. People change. Seasons change. Winter turns into spring. And spring turns into summer. Summer turns into fall. But the word don't turn. Hey, Aunt Mildred Robert. The word is not going to change. It ain't going to change for nobody. So I thank God for y'all in the day and the time that we spent on here today. It's been very enlightening for me because I had a lot to say. I'm going to get ready to go because my thing is messed up. The comments. And I can see how long I've been on here, but I can't see nothing else. Let me see. I'm trying to go back in and see. See? I knew I had more than 36 comments. It says I got 693 comments. 63 shares. And what I want you to do, I want you to say, happy birthday, by the way. Let me get that out the way, too. Today is a special day. It is a day that everything will go your way. Today is the day that you were born. It's your birthday. Woo, you got it going on. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. What you gonna do today for your birthday? Go out and eat today on your birthday. Do what you wanna do. It's your birthday. I just came to say happy birthday. And I tell y'all a couple of more things, and I promise I'm gonna let y'all go. It's somebody's birthday around the world, and when I can get on here to sing "Good Morning" to you, how do you do? I have not let go of my song. I used to sing "I Love You," yes I do. And so I got a lot of stuff that is gonna revamp itself and come back around. Because it's so good loving somebody. Thank you for sharing. Sharing is caring. The more we share together, the happier we'll be. Because your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. And the more we share together, the happier we'll be. That's what Bonnie said. So I need to, I don't know how many people I got on here, but I do need to ask y'all a question. And I need you to tell me the God honest truth, because I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do. And if you don't mind, it don't cost you no money to answer me. All right? And I just need to know. And it's okay. I accept whatever answer that I receive. Can I get a head count? And here we go. It don't pertain to money. It ain't got nothing to do with your pocketbook. So you don't have to get scared and leave. Okay. That's enough, people. Tony, I got a question. I was thinking, do y'all think I should try to do something this year? Do y'all think I should have me a birthday party? I had put it to the side March the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Now, my thing is this. I don't want to have to put a heavy price on nobody. Because I'm not going to focus it around food. I'm going to focus it around what means something to me. And that is the church and music. So on one night, I could have a musical with choirs and quartet singers and things. Then the next day, I could have a motivational speaking brunch with a little singing. And then the last day, we go to church. I don't know, but how many people would come? I want it to be a celebration. I don't want to have it and say, okay, $50 for the 3 days because I got to cover the musicians and stuff like that. But then how many people will come? Because the economy's down. No, I can't have it in Ohio because I live in Georgia. That's the thing. You'd have to come to me. The economy down. People are stretched with money. I don't want it. I want you all to come. When you could pay, you did pay. And when you could be there, you were there. Everything I do, God is the center. He the center of my joy. June Peterson, what did Willie say? He's the center. He the center. Willie, you ought to come up and sing me a little bit of Jesus is the center of my joy. I bet you won't come up and do it. I just want you to come. Some of y'all can't travel. Some of y'all can't do it. You can't. You can't. We're not in a position to do it no more. Bodies hurt. We don't have nobody to bring us. Some of us work from home, but we can't. That's why I say work at home. Because some of us can't get around, honey. It's hard to get around. This ain't my season. I can't. Don't call me to show you no houses right now. It's too cold. I can't make it. That's how my body turned into rigor mortis. I open the first house, and once I see them split houses with them steps, I'll be like this. They be like, what? I said, I can't go through the door. I ain't been welcomed in. You know how them vampire movies, vampire can't come in your house if you don't tell them they can. I be like that. That's how it be. You better get somebody else to do it. My fiance's third family, within 6 months, Danae. How's he doing? How you doing, Danae? Tell him to be encouraged. And men, they deal with death a little different than we do. They just don't want to talk about it. When you hear man or heck, and that's about it. Yes, Miss Patricia Hammond, mine too. Oh no, don't you try to travel, Dolores. You got knee surgery. He holding on. You tell him to be encouraged. And I tell y'all, when I tell y'all the God and honest truth, this year has started off rough. Let me see how much more time I got. Because I'm going to give y'all as much as y'all want today. I got to go do Bible study. Get ready to prep for it. This year has started off rough. It started off hard. It started off with people losing their houses to fire. We lost a great president. People sick in their body. 24 people dead from the fires in California. It has started out rough. The cakes is in the oven, baby. They cooking macaroni. But I'm going to tell you something. Macaroni, am I crazy to still believe that love covers a multitude of faults? Am I still crazy to believe that, just like Danae said, 6 deaths in that family, that if people still surround each other, they'll get through it because of the love? Do the guilt keep us away to where the love can't show because of the guilt off of what you done said about somebody or did? Why don't you just go ahead and accept people and what they do and what they want to put up with? Accept it. It ain't none of your business. Love them and let them worry about the Creator and how He gonna view them. What was the question? Do you go live with your Bible study? If so, what time? Yes, I do, Miss Jackie Bruce. I will be live at 4:30 today. Now, I'm supposed to already I'm getting me a little something in my system. My pain pill and stuff early. Willie not gonna let me go to sleep. And Deacon Calvin is not going to let me go to sleep. Do you know what would make me happy? Marcia, I need you to email me your number. I asked for it, Marcia Smith. You know what get me? What get me is sometimes people think it's about money. And it's not. It's life lessons. With Tracey K Mitchell, Life Lessons. I'm going to share it to this page so y'all can find it. Life Lessons with Tracey K Mitchell. It ain't about money. Sometimes you just need to go sit around people when they're going through. Sometimes you just need to go back over for no reason. Sometimes you need to do like them kids did their grandmama. I was watching TikTok. When I get off of here, I go over there to TikTok. And I was watching TikTok. TikTok ain't going nowhere. Somebody already done bought TikTok. They just ain't telling us. I believe it. I ain't going to tell you who I'm going to tell you who I think connected to it. I think who you watching me on right now going to probably have a piece of that. I think it's going to be a combination of investors to come together and take this money so that America can host it and have it more than it going over there. If somebody offer you $20 billion and a parent company to purchase this for $20 billion. When you see how much they make in general, billions, not million now, billions, $20 billion. But see, I was watching TikTok and I saw what these kids got together, the grandkids. And they said, we're going to go to Meemaw's house just out the blue on Saturday. First one walked in and said, hey, Meemaw. She was up. They knew what time she'd go to bed and everything. She was up on the phone with her daughter. She said, what you doing here? She let him in. He said, Meemaw, you mind if I spend the night tonight? 'Cause I don't feel like going back home. She says, yes, let me get you a bed together. The next thing you know, he was like, well, Meemaw, don't worry about it right now. The next one came in. Hey, Meemaw. She said, hey. Two of them came in together. Hey, Meemaw. She says, what? She told her daughter, well, I'm making up names. Chris, Emily, Lisa, and Barry are here. Oh, my God. Let me get off this phone. She was like, what brought y'all this way? And they was like, Meemaw, can we spend the night? Meemaw, can we spend the night? She was like, yeah. About that time, the other ones came in. Hey, Meemaw. Hey, Meemaw. Hey, Meemaw. Hey, Meemaw. Meemaw had about 17 grandkids. They said, Meemaw, and she was crying, y'all. It made me cry. She said, Meemaw, we just want to come and stay like we used to stay when we were kids. They brought their own pillows. They brought their own blankets. They had their little laptops and everything. She was like, oh, my God, I don't even have no groceries. I wasn't expecting y'all. I fix y'all breakfast in the morning. And they said, Meemaw, we got all that covered. Baby, they had covered all that. Breakfast was, Meemaw was going to have groceries. Meemaw was going to have it because they had already took care of it to be delivered. And that made her day. Didn't nobody come in with no money. They just come in. It was some white kids. It was the most beautifulest thing. The next thing I saw on TikTok that moved me was this girl was dying. They did it with the grandmama and they did it with a girl that was dying. And they painted her whole arm. One of her arms was painted blue. The other one was painted pink. And they would lean into her as she was hugging them. It was actually her arms. They placed her arms and she hugged them. Each shirt. And then one of them turned around and took her hand and put it right on the heart in front. But the back of the shirt is two hands like somebody hugging you. And they did it for everybody that was in that room. And she died. She had cancer. And they did it with the grandmama because if something ever happened to her, they would always have her loving arms wrapped around them. So that's why I say love covers. Love will make you do right when you want to do wrong. Love should have brought you home last night. Tony Braxton said that. Tony Braxton, 101. Love should have brought you. So I just came by for a little time. And I'm just thinking about how time is so fragile. That's all we got. And whenever your flower is picked, we just don't know. We just don't know. People are trying to come up with everything to remember their loved ones by. That was a beautiful gesture with the shirts. I would probably frame mine, scared to wash it because I wouldn't want the hands and the arms to ever go off of. It was beautiful because Meemaw ain't gonna never forget when 17 of her grandkids came back to stay. And they slept. They slept all on the floor and everywhere. Because that's how it used to be. People didn't mind keeping their grandkids. Them same grandkids that you helped raise and brag about and paid for their softball and paid for their basketball shoes and paid for cheerleading uniform. When they get what they want, if you don't teach them to love their grandmother, they go away. Because now they don't need them. It feel bad when you got grandkids that can't never stop and tell you, hey. Or can't pick up the phone and call and say, I'm going to ask my mama how many. I know the grandkids of my mamas that wished her a happy birthday. And I know the ones that could have. They just didn't take the time to do it. And now you got to walk in if something happened to her with the family. But you couldn't take time to tell your grandmother happy birthday yesterday. That turned 83 and ain't done nothing to you. Every family deal with it. Every family deal with it. Grief is hard. I can't talk about the movie yet until everybody get through watching Tommy Lee Gray. I don't want to talk about it. Tommy Gray. Tommy Gray. P-T-O-L-E-M-Y. Tommy Gray. When people get through watching it, then we'll talk about it. It's only 6 episodes, but I don't know what people doing in the course of their day, so I can't say. But then I want to discuss it because it's got a lot of little things going on in that movie, and it's very good. All minds clear. The cake has a wow. Let me check it real quick. I'm not going, and then let me see. Ooh, Lord Jesus, these legs of mine be hurting, honey. Let me find my light. I don't want to turn the wrong thing on, Lord. It's coming along. It's coming along. Yeah. It's got a little while. I'm cooking it low and slow. All right, all minds clear. Thank you, Jimmy. I love y'all. What I say to one, I say to all. Love your neighbor like you love yourself. What I say to one, I say to all. Love covers a multitude of faults. What I say to one, did you binge watch it? I say to all, I love you. Yes, I do. I'm the cook, and you're my friend, the motivational speaker, and the Bible study teacher. And you're my friends, and we're going to discuss it. Baby, Macaroni, wasn't it good? The name of it is P-T-O-L-E-M-Y. G-R-E-Y. And it is a great movie. It's a movie to make you think. Sometimes, did y'all know, and I'm going to go, your inheritance is amongst those that are sanctified. Your inheritance, that's what the Bible say, is amongst, that's your riches in heaven, by the way. Not just the individual person, but your inheritance is in your family. Your inheritance is in your love and how you choose to love people. You don't know if I was going to put you in my will and now you acting up. You don't know if what I had to give you was more than what you took from me. You don't have to go steal and tear up a home. That make me feel so bad when people pass away and the family go tear the home up, taking stuff. I want this. I want that. I want this and I want that. I'm going to put it up, Miss Catherine Mosley. And they start taking everything apart. Then they'll start saying, we're going to sell a house. They don't realize that a person worked so hard and kept it. And you don't see the worth in it. You don't care. You just living your life. You losing. You giving your treasure up. And you just give it away so easy. You don't think 2 times. You just seeing money. So a lot of times we lose our inheritance because we can't find it. We don't see the value. And I know y'all don't keep me talking on here. So I'm going to get off of here. I love y'all. But it's the truth. I'm going to see y'all later, honeybees. Oh, I'll put a picture up of the cakes. I will. All right?